Hey everyone, I'm back. Today we are going to be talking about John Wick, Chapter 2. Now, before we start this review, I'm just going to let everyone know that I have not seen the first John Wick movie, so I really have no choice but to judge this movie as a standalone film. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's dig into this. Now, this movie, if you've seen the trailers, then you didn't really get much of a story from there, and a lot of people are saying this, that if you see the trailers, then you don't really get much out of it, and I myself don't want to spoil anything for you, so don't worry, this review is completely spoiler-free. This movie mostly concentrates on Keanu Reeves' character John Wick, and what he has to do to progress the plot along, and he kills a bunch of people, and that should be more than enough for you to understand what you're getting into if you go see this movie. And I gotta say, everyone, I had quite a lot of fun with this movie. Having not seen the first one, that wasn't a problem for me to not enjoy this one. So, what did I like about this movie? Well, first off, the performances are very good. Keanu Reeves, he shows that he can play a character even with cheesy lines. You can take him seriously, and there are some moments throughout the movie where he really shines. Now, before I get more into the characters, I just gotta get this out of the way. The action sequences in this movie are really, really cool. Like, for example, there's an action sequence that happens at the beginning of the movie, and there's no jump cuts or shaky cam like Resident Evil, the final chapter, or quick jump cuts like as in Underworld, Blood Wars, and Resident Evil. But this movie knows how it should be directed, and it's done with care, respect to the audience, and you walk out leaving the theater very satisfied and not with a headache. And another thing that I thought was good is that it doesn't really hold back. It's rated R, and it doesn't hold back. It shows blood. And when someone gets hit or shot, you see blood. And it kind of plays off as a video game, but it works for this movie. Also, another thing that I liked in this movie was John Wick, his character, when he was, the movie kind of dipped into drama territory. That actually really worked for me, and having not seen the last movie, I saw a couple reviews and saying how that movie connects to this movie, and I believe his motivation in that movie is he gets his dog killed and his car gets stolen. And the reason that sets him off is because, well, if you haven't seen the first one, then I won't get into why, but it sets him off, and I won't get into a deeper meaning of that, but John Wick is going to kill people if you do that. It might seem that I'm praising the movie a lot, but trust me, I'm going to get into the negatives right now, and one of the issues that I have is the story itself isn't that interesting. As much as I praise these action sequences, and there's a lot of action in this movie, the story itself is not exactly how I would like it to be, because it's kind of just, okay, we get to go from here to here to here to here, because the script wants these characters to move along to the end of the film. But it wasn't working for me, and I can't really get very far into it, because that kind of gets to spoiler territory. Another issue that I have, and it's kind of an issue that I have with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is the villain of the movie is bland. You don't find them intimidating, or sometimes they spout out a few jokes and that's it. This character is pretty dull, and you don't really buy into him as a villain, really, because there's nothing interesting about him. Other than that, though, there's not Not much else to say. Overall, this is an extremely fun movie, and I do think you should check it out. Even if you haven't seen the first film, this is definitely worth your time and money, and I would love to see where they take this series, and I'm going to give John Wick Chapter 2 a B+. And that's going to be my highest grade for a fun movie, as you might call it, because that's all this movie really is a fun movie. What do you think of John Wick Chapter 2? If you have thoughts that are different than mine, let me know down below. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and be sure to share this video to be a part of Foley Nation. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.